Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Love Our Life, and today we are finally back with some Epic Universe construction updates. I'm super excited to talk about all of this. We have a lot to cover, so let's get into it. So come on and join me. As always, we want to thank BioReconstruct for all the photos that you post on X. They're amazing, and we love everything that you do, the commitment to it. So thank you once again. So this time, we're going to break each section down by land here in Epic Universe. There's 4 separate lands, technically 5 altogether, but we're going to go through the exterior 4, which is on, the IPs and all that kind of stuff. We're going to go through all of that. So today, we're going to start very simply with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic. So now, we don't have a ton of photos to talk about today, but we will talk about a couple of things here, so let's hop into it really quick. Here, we do have a photo here showing the exteriors of the building here. They're adding some theming here. I like the teal that's been added to the window panes here. I think that's a nice little touch here, and it looks really good. Also, I do like this next photo. You can see there is a statue here that is going. Now, if you know from the actual concept art itself that this statue is pretty iconic in that concept video, so it looks really good. And you can see over top of the actual statue there, it's not completed yet, by the way. It says Per Acta Magica, and it has the year there. So it's pretty cool how they have that lined up, and everything looks really good. This next photo, like I said, we're going to go through these really quickly today with Ministry of Magic. You see where the arrows are pointing. There's an arrow pointing to the entrance area, and there's an arrow pointing to a staging area over to the right. This is where the bronze or the gold eagle is going to go once they place it there. They haven't done that yet, but that was in the concept video as well, and concept art. It's actually on the model too. If you go check out the model in the Epic Universe Preview Center. Also, we did a video on that, so you guys should check that out. I'll link that down below and up above for you guys to check out. But yeah, so overall, Ministry of Magic's looking good. There's not a ton in Ministry of Magic to go over, and a lot of these photos are kind of repeat photos, and they're just from different angles. So I'm trying to get these out to you the best that I can in the most updated versions of these photos and what's going on, and not show you some of the same repeat photos from different angles. So that's why, if you notice, the format is a little different this time, but that's okay. But let's get to everyone's favorite. Let's talk about Dark Universe for just a minute. So this first photo here, you can see the actual windmill. Now, there was a video out. I did see it over the weekend. There was a video showing that it was actually testing moving. So we haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen it in person yet. I didn't know who the video was from, so that's why I didn't post it or anything or put it in this video, because I just don't know. So anyway, this next photo here, we do have some carriages here. Here you can see kind of like a canopy that's going over top of it. This is during the queue area here, and looks really good. What I really like about this photo, though, is the little wolfman on this side of the cart. That's so cool. I love that. I think it looks really good. Then moving on to the next photo, here's an aerial overview of the Wolfman coaster. You can kind of see some of the things that are being done. They've added more trees here, lining up everything, getting it more like hidden and secluded looking, like you're out in the forest and out in the woods. But they haven't really added a ton here. This is just stuff that they're putting in here to do theming, and that's where we're at right now, I believe, is theming is going to start getting really heavy over the next couple of months. Moving on to the manor here, we can see that the manor is continuously adding theming and stuff to it. Now, this still has the scaffolding up, but if you look closely at the photo, you can see the progress is going pretty fast. Everything's starting to really come together in these photos, or in this in this manor here. You can actually see that the windows are being added over here to the side, and you can also see that there is actual theming on the top of the spires there as well. So that scaffolding still hasn't come down yet. Hopefully it'll come down very soon. but it hasn't yet. So in the next photo here, you can actually see that there is a spire here that's going to actually be added to the manor. Now this is just in the staging area. They have not put it there yet. So hopefully very soon that's what they'll do. And they'll actually get that up and going so that you can actually see that there. But very soon is where it should, you know, actually come together and they'll actually put the spire up. But as of right now, that is pretty much it for the manor area. Now we're going to go into Dartmoor here for just a minute, and we're going to take a look at this one. You can actually see the Doss Steakhouse in this photo right here. And it actually has a crane in front of it, so they're adding some theming to that. Maybe even putting the sign up there. We don't know yet, but this looks really good. All the theming's coming together. Everything looks pretty solid, and where they're really changing things up is they're moving very quickly on this and adding stuff to the roofs and to the doors. You can see, like, even over to the left, there's like a red door there. It's pretty cool how they're doing. So not a ton of updates for this because everything still looks the same. Now, let's talk about our little well that we always talk about all the time. This thing doesn't look like it's had much theming done at all. This just has a little bit of rock work on the bottom. And it looks like they are working on it in this photo. So hopefully we're going to get my little well that I keep going on about. And you know, opening day, I'm going to take a photo with this thing. You know it's going to happen. All right, so moving on to this one, you can actually see some gravestones being added here. A couple of team members down there working. And they're actually adding theming to the queue. So this area that they're standing is where you're actually going to walk in and walk through. I think it looks really good. But yes, they're adding that theming there. So altogether, looks pretty good. I think it's amazing how they're putting all the gravestones in now. And it'll come together once they have a little more detail added. And what I mean by that is when you walk through, you'll actually see how everything just kind of works together. And in this photo, you can see to the left, there's a little shop as you enter in. This thing looks really cool. I like above the door. I think that's just some theming that they're still doing and working on, but I like how it looks like the old-timey, like rugged look in wood around the door and around the windows. I think that's a great added detail there, but I wanted to throw that photo in there because I wanted you to see. And then the last photo for Dark Universe today is this one right here. This is actually showing you the portal area. They're working on some things here. You can see that the portal entrance in the middle, and they added a little spear above there. But other than that, they continue to work on this. It's just, you got to remember, there's a lot of things going on in the inside that we can't see. So that is, you know, still a lot to go through and a lot to process with this. But overall, I'm excited. You guys know I'm excited about Dark Universe. It's the one I'm looking forward to the most. So I cannot wait to see what they do and how this turns out. So moving right along to Super Nintendo World, there's quite a bit in here to talk about, and we really need to get started on it. So let's do it. So this first photo here, you can actually see the aerial photo of the entrance portal, and you can actually see the little poles that are going at the little bean poles, or your little mini version that's going to go up at the front of the portal. You can actually see here too that there's something covered up in the middle, which I believe is going to be the little dome spear that's in the front of that portal when you walk through. So you can see that's being done there. There's a little kiosk area there to the left or to the right, and then you walk through here. But more importantly, as we go into Super Nintendo World, Peach's Castle is finally getting some theming. You can see at the top right of the photo that it looks like some of the turrets are actually being colored. The pink and white color is actually happening here, and it looks like if you kind of look at it here, I don't know if that's just where it's been weathered or whatever. The little turrets to the right and left look like they're starting to have color fade off of them, so I guess they need to start painting them or whatever. But yeah, so this looks amazing. Over to the right, there's some theming, and we'll get to that as well. But this is our first sign that this is actually going to be done, and that they're going to do a spectacular job in this. I mean, we've seen in Hollywood and Japan, so I can't wait for this. Moving on to the next photo here, you can see the stairs going down. And what was really interesting about these stairs here is that you can actually see where they're working on the theming on the stairs. It's not just regular stairs. There's things added to it, and it looks like there's a couple of these little spire looking things, or what they call turrets, up there above them. So that's looking good too. Moving on to the next photo, this is a little closer here, just showing you like from behind of this, that you can see the Peach's Castle to the bottom right of the photo, and some theming, some piranha plants to the left, and just showing you another view of that being colored in there, which looks good. Also, if you look at the bottom of the photo, you see the piranha plant there, and then you see some like celebration little flags that are hanging up there. I don't know if that is actual theming. I would assume that it is, given be random if it was just there, but it looks like it could be part of the theming as well. In this photo, this is a little closer, showing you the stairs, the little turrets that are added to the bottom of the stairs. I love the theming there. I think it looks great, and they're doing a really good job with that. I love this. I think it just looks amazing. All right, on this next photo here too, moving over to some more of the theming here over to the right, you can see a lot of color has been added. A lot of piranha plants, a lot of POW blocks, a lot of mystery blocks, a lot of these different things have been added. And this continues to look really good. This is one of the staging areas over here to the right, where the little green rolly thing is. That's going to be one of the little interactive games that you can play throughout the LAN with your power-up band that they're going to give out. Also, to the top of the photo, you see some coins up there above the piranha plant on the red area right there, which looks really good. And then some construction guys down here by the POW blocks, adding some stuff in there. And then a pretty big piranha plant over here being staged. Look how big he is. He's pretty cool. And then right above him, there's also a little Koopa hanging out there. That is pretty cool. I love that. Also, if you go to the next photo here, it moves over just a little bit. You can see some of the entranceways here, and then some of the little staging areas here with things being added to that area. Another piranha plant, more castle theming, more of our little friends. I forget their names right now. Let me know down in the comments, because I forget their names right now. Our little friend that's so frustrating in the game, that always tries to crush you. And looking at this, expanding on this photo, going a little bit further, we do have some Goombas up there. We have some mushrooms. We have all kinds of things that are up here in this area. So they've added so much theming that it just looks amazing. But let's go to the next photo. We're getting the face of Bowser. He's starting to come to fruition, and here he comes. So it looks here at the bottom that they're almost done with his claws and everything there, but we are starting to get his face, and you can also see at the top that there's the little horns that they've added to the turrets up there, which look good. And I would say that this is probably the next big thing that we're going to see that's done. Also, next to that, you can actually see the little areas where it looks like there's going to be some flame little fountains right there that are going to probably have flames coming out of them there. To be clear, I have not been to Hollywood. I have not been to Japan to experience theirs, because I wanted to hold off until this one opens here. So that's why there's some things I'm not sure exactly how it works, and I've pretty much stayed spoiler free with that. I haven't really watched anyone else's videos other than a couple of friends like just glancing at the videos. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty cool. So in this next photo, you can see the Bowser over here as well, and he's just hanging out, having a good time. And this is just adding theming here. There's the piranha plant, which is kind of where we were just at, as it just kind of moves over this way. But this looks so awesome. I mean, it just looks so good, and I'm so excited about the way this is going to look, and just can't wait. So moving over to Mount Beanpole, we do have a couple of things here. There's more theming added, clouds, trees. This is around Yoshi's Adventure. The big little mystery cloud with the cloud with the face, I mean. And then there's other things that's being added to it as well. Coins, little cactus guys. There's everything in this photo. And so just kind of try to take that in because there's a lot going on. Of course, the Yoshi characters are being covered up right here, so they don't look like, you know, whatever. It's just to protect them from weather and stuff like that. So it looks just amazing, and how good everything looks here. The Mount Beanpole just looks amazing and great. And there's another perspective here showing you this as well. And so yeah, I'm pretty excited about this and everything that's going to come out. And so behind that, though, you can actually see Funky's plane back there. So we talked about that being a shop, so you can see that back there as well. All right, so let's move on to Donkey Kong really quick because there's a couple of things I want to show you here. Now, at the bottom of this photo, take a look. Looks like we have one of the Kong members, Dixie Kong. She is hanging out down here at the bottom, and this is at the beginning of the ride. So as you're going along, she's probably going to wave at you and be like, "Oh, hey, be safe, you know, whatever, look out for whatever." But that is pretty cool. I love that. I love that they added that. I didn't know that was going to be part of it, but it's cool because it does look like she's waving there. So pretty amazing stuff. The next photo, this is just a wide photo of it, so you can kind of see how this is going to go. You're going to go up and through the barrel area, and boom, there you go. There's the beginning of the ride, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then a little aerial photo a little further away, showing you the Donkey Kong face that's on the facade there. That is, it looks like it's getting there. Like it's almost complete, but not quite yet. So, I mean, it does look really good. So we will see how this turns out, because I think it'll be really cool once they're done. Really quick, before we go back into the other lands, I wanted to point this out. Over at the Stella Nova Resort, the pool has been added. You can see that here. And it looks like, does it have water in it? It looks like it has water in it to me. So that looks pretty cool. So I cannot wait to go take a dip in that pool, because that will be a lot of fun. Now, let's move on to the Isle of Berk. This is our last section we need to talk about. Now, you can see here, this is the portal here. There's not a ton here, so I'm going to just kind of hit it as fast as I can for you guys. So this is the portal area. You can see some themings being added to that. It pretty much still looks the same, but really interesting here in the statues here, you can actually see where the fire feature has been added. We talk about water features. How about fire features? The fire feature has been added inside the mouth of the dragon to make it more like the film. So these will spit out fire. If you like dragons that spit out fire, like Diagon Alley, you're going to get plenty of it here. It's going to happen. So that looks really good. Here's another wide shot showing all the different stuff here with the two statues in the middle, the two Viking statues looking good. Now, if you look behind them, you're getting some dragon houses and all these people's houses behind it. You can really see how the theming is coming together. It looks bright, beautiful, and green. I love this. I like how they're doing this, and it looks really good to me. I think that they're doing a solid job on making this look very fantastical and just like the movies. Now, the movies are kind of like, they're a little bit darker as far as like the tone and the color palette that they used. But overall, I like how they're just kind of brightening it just a little bit, because they have to. It's Florida. I mean, it's going to be sunny here. Well, half the day. Then it'll rain for like 30 minutes and then whatever. But you know how it goes. Okay, over here, there's another photo of the camp area. You can see some stuff being staged here. Now, this is probably the least favorite area that I'm looking forward to. But I know kids are going to be excited about it. So I don't really know a lot about this area. But they are adding some scaffolding and putting everything together here. And so we're going to take a look at Hiccup's wing gliders really quick. There's something I want to show you over there. They're actually adding canopies over here in this launch area, which I believe is still part of the little camp there. Then Dragon Racer Rally, we have some theming added here. There's some poles that are going up here that it will actually have scaffolding, or not scaffolding, but little tent areas that go through there. So it's kind of like the staging area before you get on the attraction. And if you look a little closer at the bottom, it does look like they have some pavement there just right underneath it, but that's about it. Now, going to Hiccup's wing gliders, we talked about we had a Toothless that was covered up. Well, you can see in this photo here that Toothless is definitely here, and here he is hanging out, having a good time, and that looks really good. So you can kind of see that. You can't really see his face. I mean, you can and you can't, but the animatronic is there, ready to go, so I think that's going to be awesome. The next photo here, this is just showing you more of the theming of the land that's going around the front there, all the green dragon houses. But what's really interesting is the entrance to Hiccup's wing gliders. Look at this dragon on the top of it. This is pretty cool. Now, I don't think he may be colored completely. He might be. I would be okay with that because I think it looks really cool. It's almost kind of like a gold looking color here. In a wood color at the same time, so I love that. They obviously have to paint the building. That hasn't been done yet because it's still like a grayish color. But here's another side photo of that. You can see the dragon up there, and then over to the right, I believe this is the shop and the exit to the attraction. You can see there's theming added there too, so it looks really good. Now, over at the mead hall, let's talk about the mead hall really quick. They do have the statues up as you walk in, and they look pretty amazing. They are pulling these guys together very fast. And you can also see we're going to have another fire feature here. Fire feature, that's going to be our new word. Fire feature here in the belly of these guys, or at the foot of them, really. So it looks really good. I mean, it's amazing. So there's not a lot to talk about there, but let's go over to Fire Drill and let's talk about this because they've added a lot of theming into Fire Drill. Now, Fire Drill is the boat ride that you will ride and shoot little water cannons at these little dragons and stuff like that. So they've added some stuff there, and also they have added a bunch of theming. This photo right here, this is at the beginning of the attraction, so you can see a ton of theming here. Little dragons, little fires, little trees, everything there. It looks really good, and I think they did a really good job with this. Over top there, you can kind of see the boats and the path that they're going to go once you leave that area. Looks really good, though. I'm super excited about that. So really quick, let's talk about Celestial Carousel real quick, because you can see it here in the middle of the park. Now, this is not tied to any of those lands. This is tied to Celestial Park, which is the main area in the middle and in the front of the park. So some groundwork done here, some pavement done here, but overall we still have things to go. They have the white tarp up where you can't see what's going on the inside, and then of course to the left they still have to add some theming here, but this looks amazing. This has been one of my favorite things that I've seen back in the concept art days and everything like that before they brought it to fruition. But anyway, I think that's awesome. So let's end with the Kronos. We have to talk about the Kronos. You can see the Epic Universe sign added here, which that's been added for a while. They have some theming here, staging areas with everything around there, and then some things that they're about to put down on pavement. Now, I'm not really sure what these little things are down here at the bottom, but you can see that they're adding stuff there. And also here's a wider shot showing you going into the park, and it looks phenomenal as always. But you guys are phenomenal. So thank you guys for watching with me today. Let me know what you think about all these updates and what's going on with it. Do you think Epic Universe is going to open earlier? Do you think it's going to open later than expected? I tend to be on the side that it's going to open earlier and possibly around March to May area. We will see. I could be completely wrong. I probably am, but that's what I'm hoping to see. So we know that the Stella Nova opens in February or January, and Terra Luna opens in February. So we have a bunch of things going around that time. But if you guys are trying to plan your actual trip for Epic Universe, make sure you pay attention to when all the different tickets are going to go on sale. Also check out this video right here down below and up above, where we actually stayed at a place that's right across the street from Epic Universe. That was a lot of fun, and it's a really cool place to stay. And actually, I think we're staying there again really soon. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button and the notification bell so you know when our next video is coming out. And remember, the road goes ever on. I will see you next time.